All right, all my coaches, we got a brief video. So in this video, we're essentially gonna be going over, the effort that it kind of takes to convert a cold prospect into a really hot buyer. Okay, so let me just not BS. Let me just get straight into it, right? So obviously, we have cold traffic, and then we have warm/hot traffic, right? Cold traffic, by definition, is traffic that have never seen your face, never seen your offer before, just never seen anything, any of your content, nothing, nada, any of your knowledge. Okay. Then a warm prospect is somebody, who's seen kind of everything, been pre-sold over time, and now loves you and, would buy from you in a heartbeat. Okay. So when it comes to anything, we all start as cold prospects, right? Whether it comes to, kind of like restaurants or really, anything that we see in our day-to-day lives, we all become cold prospects of something at some point, especially if something that we love, right? For example, back in my past, I may have been a cold prospect to, I don't know, video games, because I may not have known what video games were. However, as I got introduced to them and I started playing them more, then I became a very, very warm prospect. I started playing a lot of video games and stuff, right? That's just an example in the real world, right? But in our world, in the business world, a cold prospect is obviously somebody that hasn't seen any of our content, hasn't seen our offer, and just they don't trust us yet because they don't know us and they've never really seen us, right? So how are we going to turn somebody from really cold and hesitant to a really hot buyer? You think we're going to do cold outreach? No, not at all. Okay. You know why? Because if you don't have the proper things in place and you don't have content to pre-sell for you and people don't even see your face, then who the hell is going to buy from a stranger, especially something high ticket like a course or a mentorship, or a program, something like that? Do you really think people are going to buy from somebody who doesn't have their face like on their profile, doesn't have any type of social proof? No, right? That's why we don't do cold outreach. And if you do cold outreach, it's for my agency owners, by the way. You don't want to do cold outreach as a coach. If there's any agency owners watching this, if you want to do cold outreach, then you need to have some sort of social proof behind you. You need to have your face. You need to have some content out, run some ads, have some social proof and your stories and stuff like that. Then you can do cold outreach, because then from there it's kind of like a little, it's kind of like a little funnel, right? But essentially, no, you just don't want to do you don't want to do cold outreach when it comes to the Content2Cash system. Okay. For my coaches, obviously. Okay, so how are we going to change this? Well, it's very simple. We're just going to use some software. Okay, so we're going to use Meta, specifically Instagram, right, to run what I call a follow ad. Now, follow ad, for those that might be hip, you probably already know what this is. But a follow ad, the main point is obviously to gain more followers. Okay, or followers that are in your niche or your ideal client avatar, because obviously, when it comes to Meta, their ad targeting it's amazing. It's spectacular. Okay. So, the whole point of paying for ads is, you're paying for, more qualified prospects instead of relying strictly on organic, which the targeting isn't as good when it comes to organic stuff. When you rely on, ads and stuff like that, you're guaranteed to get some sort of ROI because these people are actually, qualified. Okay. So you're paying for qualification essentially, and that's why I would say running ads are very, very worth it, especially if you're going, indirect value approach, right? Obviously you could go very direct too, and you can use a keyword ad. You could send them straight to a setter, and then you could see if they'll kind of book a call. And what you could do is you can nurture them kind of like with content assets and long form VSLs and stuff like that. But we're just gonna be more focused on the indirect value approach, okay? So in terms of the indirect value approach, within your ad, you want to add a call to action to go over and kind of revise, your old or your content portfolio. Okay. So once they click on your profile and they start going through your content portfolio, obviously these are people that need their problems solved. So they're going to click on your content portfolio to solve their problems and get the insights they need to solve their problems. And if your content is, number one, visually appealing, and number two, valuable, then you can assure yourself that these people will kind of go on a binge, right? And I've been not a victim, but I've gone through this kind of binge multiple times. Okay. gone through with Iman Godzi, gone through with Jordan Welch, people like that. Okay. That's why I'm obviously preaching this to you, because it works. Okay. So then from here, within your content, what you want to do is you can use it as a conversion mechanism. Okay. So you want to add a call to action at the end of each of your content pieces, that goes, comment this certain keyword to learn more. Then essentially what happens is if they comment the keyword, then they'll get sent to a setter, because the setter is going to use that as obviously an excuse to start a conversation and try and book a call. Okay. And if not, they don't obviously they don't click, or they don't want to book a call, then the setter could either redirect them to your content portfolio, or they could redirect them to your group, or both. And both is recommended. Okay. And when they redirect when they redirect the prospects to your content portfolio, when the prospect sees that, if they're really somebody that really has, this certain issue, they'll watch all the videos. And when they watch all the videos, they'll start getting pre-sold. And if they watch 7 hours of your content, the 7-hour rule starts playing effect, then they're pre-sold. They'll love you. You'll probably have changed their lives by then because of how much value you provided them, and they'll want to pay you back, even if they could, do it themselves. And most of the time, humans are too lazy to kind of implement stuff themselves, and they'll kind of want guidance and help in doing so. Okay. Then obviously from here, from the long form VSLs, if they don't book a call, then you could just book a call in the group, right? Just DM them, and obviously, well, to get people to join the group, I should say, you obviously want to have something of value in there, or hidden behind it. So you want to have a 5 to 8 hour lead magnet that kind of goes in depth on how to solve your niche's problems, or your niche's main problems or problem, right? Then from there, obviously, make people opt into a pinned post to actually, receive this once they join the group. And then, as people engage, have your setters start conversations and then book them into calls. Okay. And even if that doesn't work either, and they just came for the lead magnet, then you just keep them in the group, and you keep using engagement posts, and you keep using 2-step posts, value posts, and Trojan horse questions, stuff like that, to drive engagement. And when you keep driving engagement, especially if it's for something of value, another lead magnet, then people are going to engage. And when people engage, the setter could start more conversations. And when the setter starts more conversations, they'll book more calls. Okay? So that's just the basic gist of what I'm trying to get to here. The whole point is this system, it makes it absolutely unreasonable for somebody not to end up converting and not becoming a warm lead. Okay? Because who do you think they're going to buy from once they've gone through all of your content, gone through all of your long form VSLs or YouTube videos, joined your group, consumed your 5 to 8 hour lead magnet? Who do you think they're going to buy from? No one else. There's no way, right? This system, it makes it absolutely unreasonable for somebody not to convert into a book call at least. Okay? So that's just what I'm trying to get at here. Okay? So that's basically it in terms of the effort that it took to turn a cold prospect into a cold prospect into a very, very hot buyer. Okay. So thank you guys for watching this video. Obviously, if you want, more in-depth, kind of like a more in-depth consultation on this, book a call with me in the description below. I'm more than happy to kind of explain it to you guys, or send you guys Loom videos, whatever it may be. Thank you guys for watching. Then again, if you need stuff like this implemented, book a call. Hopefully I'll see you guys there, and yeah, peace.